Am I attuned to this one? No, I am not. So we're gonna go ahead and really quickly sidetrack ourselves. Oh, shit. Wrong way. Hold on. Ah, there we go. Break my shins. Hello, everybody. Hello, friends. We are back. Welcome back to our Half-Pint Heroes quests. Niledo Wiwaledo is ready to conquer the world. I mean, protect the world. Yeah, that's what we were trying to do. All right. So let's see here. Give me a second here, because I got a pupper that is wanting my attention. Suddenly, even though we've had literally 3 hours since work ended. Stop it. Literally, we had 3 hours after work for her to get all the attention that she wants out of her system, and she still decides to wait. Anyway. Okay. So double dealing. Okay, yeah. So we gotta move on. We can move onward. Alrighty. So what we're gonna do is we're going to hoof it out there, hoof it back over to Summerford Farms. But first we gotta summon our chestnut here. Make sure we got Chestnut riding with us. And off we go. Can you not? I gave you attention. You've had 3 hours. 3 hours. Taking all the attention that you want out of your system. Alright. Back we go. Fast as our little legs can carry us. And I'm not going to be spending any money. Fuck that. At least not in the beginning. All right. Off we go. The adventures of Niledo Wiwaledo is continuing onward. Or at least it will. Soon as we get to the plot. What ho, plot? Huh. Hold on. Okay. Hold on a minute. Ah. That's where I messed up. Okay. fix that. And bonk. There we go. Okay. Alright, Sailhorn. Sailhorn worries his sack of oranges will not reach the Lafagran checkpoint as planned. Pains me to say, but all the gil in the world can't buy loyalty. There are some like you who can be trusted, and then there are others. Until now, I've had no choice but to rely on that charlatan Severin, even though I'm full aware he's been doing shady deals behind my back. More than once I've heard tell of improper trading with goblins. I wouldn't be surprised if that were happening right now. Not a bell ago, a sack of oranges vanished, as is Severin. I want you to find and confront the bastard for me, Wiwaletto. I'm sure there's wrongdoing afoot, so be sure to doubt anything that comes out of his mouth. No thieving shall happen on my watch. Let's go. Let's make sure the music's on. Yeah, it's on. Okay. It's just nice and quiet out here tonight. Quiet night. A quiet night for thwarting. Sup, goblins? Laters. Bloody hells, I'm up the street without a paddle. Doubt. What's this now? Someone sent you for the oranges. Huh. Silly bugger had known all this time. What does it matter anyway? Listen, you're one of those goody-goody adventurer types, right? Make a lot of assumptions there, man. Go rescue me mates from those double-dealing goblins. They're just over yonder by the bonfire. And why would I want to do that? And then we also have some lost lambs here that we can fight real quick. There we go. Bonk. I owe you one. Would have gotten away myself if not for Severin showed me a side. Honor among thieves, huh? Come on, fellow half-pint. Come on, let's get moving. If you hadn't come, my dodo would have been cooked. Cooked dodo. Come on, big guy. Let's get you moving. Severin sent you? Ha! When he flew out of here, I was sure he'd sold us down the river. Alright, let's go. I rescued you, dude. You saved me, mates, and for that I owe you. Suppose I should be ashamed I couldn't clean up without a mess. But a pirate knows no shame. I have no qualms about going back on my word. I'm only giving you this sack because I like the cut of your jib. Take it to full scene and send them my regards. Uh-huh. Each one of these sacks is about my height. Exactly how do you expect me to do this? Up. And away we go. Hup, 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 hup. Hup. What have we here? A delivery of Summerford from Summerford Farms, and as scheduled? Ha! It's the first time for everything. Yeah, here, take it. Well, look at that. Not a single one missing either. About the only things not here are those bagmen. I don't miss them one bit. Here's Staleward's payment in full. With you, I can trust how to reach him. That's a lot of trust, my man. I could just take this money and leave. I have half a mind to. Literally, it would not take much. I could just mosey on off to the side over there. Alright, sprint. Fast as my stubby legs could carry. Nope. Whee. Okay. Almost there. Okay. And up. There we go. Back in one piece. That's a relief. How did you fare, Violetto? Here's your money. Not a gill out of place. Ah, this is what I was aiming for. Looks to be all I was owed, alright. Though I'd be telling you false if I claimed I had not held out more hope for Severin. I was even willing to overlook the skimming off the top, but to tell us all short in favor of those godforsaken goblins. You do well to mind yourself around that two-guild cheat. If he'd leave his own mates for dead, there's no telling what he'd do to you. Alright, let's see here. It makes 20. So about 2. 34. 8. Alright. So yeah, this is a bit more. This is a bit better. Oops. I did forget to put that timer away. Whoops. Hold on one second, folks. And then that's also bonk. There we go. knew I was forgetting something when I was setting up my stream today. Excuse me. Jeez. That was a mighty sneeze. Alright. There we go. Alright. Gurkant seeks fertile soil to improve the yield of his newly plowed fields. Alright, so we get either a bracelet or wristlets. Okay, so we're looking for the wristlets here. Wristbands, wristlets, we're gonna go for the wristlets. Okay. Blast! At this rate, the crops will never be ready for harvest. If only we had backloam. Just a bit could send our stocks soaring. I bet Rotwitter knows where you might find some. Perhaps you might pay her a visit in the orchard. Hup! Off we go! Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Hop! That Gurkant's got a head of cabbage because I'm fetching him any black loam. If you dare to pick some from the cook pot, then be my guest. Just mind you don't get trampled upon by the aurochs that dwell there. Once you've 3 bushels worth, take the black loam to Freewall at Tiller's Rest. He'll know what to do. Alright, off we go. And down. Alright, so we're just around the corner here. Ooh. Summon Ruby. There we go. Alright. Level 10. We got some new stuff here. Deals unexpected damage with a potency of... Okay. And sleep. There we go. All right. Let's get out of here. I am oh so little. off we go. Oh boy. For a second, I thought he was coming after me. Oh. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Oh man, we got a whole bunch of folk. We got a whole bunch of the same uniform here. Fucking A. Alright, anyway. Free wall. Ah, even the weeds wither and die in this desolate dirt. But a bit of this black loam ought to change all that. I haven't seen any in ages. Gathering black loam's not for the weak of will, nor the weak of stomach. Oh, don't tell me the Gurkhant and wider neglected to mention where black loam comes from. Well, surely you figured it out on your own from the cloying stench. Comes from the Orarch's lair, of all places. Ahem. Well, why dwell on who misled whom with what? What matters is that your efforts will have brought us the black loam, and we can expect a bountiful harvest as a result. Thank you. So you all just had me shoveling shit. Okay. Give me my wristlets, damn it. And then... Oh, okay, so that's already... Okay. Alright, we're going to be getting a pit our next... Well, we've already got the thing, so looks like we're going to get some bronze pieces. Cool, cool. Confounded pirates. They know nothing of tillin', only killin'. Stealing our shovels to melt unfortunate axes of all things. They're biting a hand that feeds them, the mangy mongrels. I'd love to teach those curs a lesson in obedience myself if I had sworn to Staleward that I wouldn't fight no more. So I need you to bring back our farm tools and make sure those dogs reap what they've sown. Sure thing. Let's go kick some ass. One. Three. Two. Three. Huzzah! Alright. I wonder what those sea dogs will try and steal when there's no harvest. Ah, good to see the tools back, and in serviceable condition. Which will be more than we can say of Severin when we get our hands on him. The wretch likely had a role in the theft. Again with him. Despite him meeting the pirates in secret, I did. Couldn't care less the wastrel won't work. When he consorts with cut purses that take our tools away, he's crossed the line. Still, we're not to know what sort of scumbag he's dealing with. Take word to him, would you? Off we go. Huh. Eh. Eh. There we go. Alright. Okay. There we go. There we go. Alright, and hiya! Pirates make enough for their tools. Firewall did not. Freewall did well not to take matters into his own hands. Last thing I need is blood on my crops. But I'll be damned if Severin thinks he can take us for fools. His treachery won't go unpunished. Seems like there's been a lot of treachery that he's caused. I've come to expect a great deal from you, lad, and you don't want to let me down. I believe that Severin is up to no good. Something must be done. It eases my mind to have your ear. You're no doubt familiar with that scoundrel Severin by now. Well, that scheming scapegrace is at it again. Since that letter came for him, he's been skulking it about in that manner he does when he's up to no good. Excuse me. Now he's rounded up his rogues and buggered off with nary a word to anyone. I've grown accustomed to his insolence, but something tells me this is different. It ain't exactly damning, but when last I had word with him, he didn't look defiant so much as hunted. I can't help thinking he's gone looking for trouble and found more than he wanted. So I was hoping you might hunt his sorry hide down and drag it back here before it's too late. That ungrateful little cur bites me every chance he gets, but I can't quite bring myself to cut him loose. Suppose he reminds me a bit of my younger self. Suffice it to say, I'd rather he didn't come to a sticky end. So as for how to find them, I try asking Grinquita at the Aetherite. She was the last one to see him. I dare say she'll be able to tell you where he was headed. Nothing that passes through those gates escapes my notice. I saw the Rouser and his rabble set out for Wood Whisper Canyon not long ago, saying about dreaming themselves stupider. Cheeky sod said I should join them. I told him I'd rather shrivel up than sip whatever it is that had pickled their brains. If you find the idle swine, be sure to give them a cuff around the ear for me, will you? Alright. Woad Whisper Canyon, huh? Alright, while we're moving. There we go. Sort. There we go. Okay. Honestly, if I'm able to get a, if I'm able to finally do some dyeing at some point, this might be the robe I go with. Because it's got the right look about it, at least for now. I could get it a nice blue dye. Yeah. Like, hold on. Middle of the dye preview. Yeah, about like that, yeah. Or maybe maybe a storm blue. Or a void blue. Yeah, there it is. Alright, off we go. Sir? Of all the dirty, deceitful, downright dastardly deeds that stupid bastard's done. Claiming to take the lads out for a drink, only to lead us straight into a bloody trap. I don't get no lower than that. Of course, I've learned to stay a step ahead, old Severin, so I was ready. The others weren't so lucky. You've got to help them. What have you done now, Severin? Okay, we gotta go this way. Oh, okay, so we gotta go this. Okay, so we go this way. Okay. Well, off we go. Hop, 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 hop. Eurymus! And my axe may as well have been a white flag for all the good it did. Hope you fare better, or the sorry bastards in there are done for. Off we go. Perhaps some magic will do. Severin might have got us into this mess, but I ain't about to let him give his life for us. I'd sooner bow to a fishback than be in that conniving bastard's debt. To arms! Alright, let's do it. A true knave. You betray even yourself, Severin. We were prepared to overlook the matter of your desertion on the condition that you provided us with suitable replacements. That was the agreement. Yet your latest change of heart leaves your debt to us unpaid. Few are they who betray the Serpent Ravers twice. You will not do so a third time. Yo! That's not right! Cowering behind your protector will only delay the inevitable, armless wretch. Your life is all you have left. You can't really cower behind. There's not really much with me to cower behind, I'm gonna be sorry to say. And worthless though it might be, we shall take it. O mournful voice of creation, grant ye this humble stone of soul, and that it may wake to life. Oh boy. Ah, shit. Here we go. All right. Are you strong enough to withstand this? Oh boy. Out of the way. Ruby. Ah. Ha ha ha! Ow. That the golem could be vanquished. That man is no ordinary adventurer. Hey! Shistola! The snake slithered away. I'm only glad he did not have the chance to sink his fingers more deeply into you. Oh, I got a headache. Those pirates do not belong to any of the known Laminson factions. Whom do they serve? Beast tribes? Surely not. But the timing of their appearance coincides all too neatly with the recent surge in Sahagin and Cobalt activity. Something is afoot. The question is... what? Could it be that the tribes are planning to summon their primals? 12 help us if it should prove so. Limsa would be hard-pressed to keep a single primal at bay, let alone two. But all is yet speculation. I must needs find evidence. The seas continue to rise, while the lesser moon continues to fall. And ilm by ilm, the world becomes ever more unlike itself. It is as Louis foretold. Coming of chaos has rendered the laws of nature mutable, blurring the boundary between the material and ethereal planes. Little now stands between us and the primals. But they are not here yet. Though time be against us, hope shall ever be on our side. Never did the creed of Charlene ring more true. I never did I dream that I would possess the means to see ether. Yet now that I do begin to take it for granted. How swiftly do the wonders of Charlene seem commonplace. We're for you. Have you come for the festivities? Today, the Maelstrom officially makes that great hole in the sea its training ground. Join in the celebration. Join in the celebrations. Aww. Okay, yeah, I'm kind of smitten. I'm not gonna lie, I am smitten by Y'shtola. Wait, a disturbance in the etheric flow. Whence does it emanate? Sea Song Grotto, perhaps? What have we here? Can you walk? Tis I. Regrettably, no. He eluded me. Understood. I will inform the Commodore. You collapsed from your exertions. Are you seemingly recovered? Aw, you're worried about little old me. Severin here has appraised me of all that transpired. His account shed some light upon how you came to be attacked by a golem of all things. A golem is a mindless automaton, inert save when commanded to be otherwise. Common pirates would not hope to control such a thing, so arcane are its workings. But then, these tattooed wretches are no common pirates. They are the minions of the Sagin. As to their purpose, well, I shall get to the bottom of it. But first, I must escort Severin back to his place of employment. I dare say Serwyn will be wondering what has become of him. And you too, for that matter. I will bear word to him of your preservation, and I am certain he would like to thank you in person. Pray, pay him the man a visit. Ah, he told me of you, but perhaps he did not tell you of me. My name is Y'shtola. I am a naturalist of sorts, surveying the aether in the hope that it might offer up some clue as to your predicament. I'd say I owe you my life, but that doesn't cover it. If it weren't for you, my friends would be dead and all. 'Tis a debt I can never repay. But I'll not make things worse by running away. Take me to Silverfoot Farms, and I'll face the consequences. For reasons I cannot fathom, you seem... Forgive me. Mayhap we shall have a chance to speak again when I have marshaled my thoughts. Until our paths next cross, farewell. Bye-bye, pretty lady. Bum 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 bum. Alright, and sprinting we go. Hook. Lo, I knew you'd return. You should have delivered Severin a bit ago. Tales of your heroic deed precedes you. The rest came shuffling back too, a lot of them sporting the same haunted expression. It's me who's to blame for that. That had an arrest. I was once a serpent reaver. A thrall to the Sahagin. 7 hells. Reavers may look and sound and act like pirates, but they're not but the fishback's flunkies. These pirates ain't much for laws, but they're things we won't do. Got a code, see? But the Reavers have never followed a word of it. A few years back, they started snatching law-abiding Lominsons. I'd only just taken my oath when our captain bent the knee to his new Sahagin masters. I knew I had to get away. So I crept off one night, got myself a new name, and found myself a new home. Summersford Farms. Trouble is, secrets don't stay secret for long around here, and word soon spread. All the way back to the sea. The penalty for desertion is death, but the Reavers offered me a way out instead. My freedom in exchange for my mates. The letter. I don't know what I was thinking. I wasn't bloody thinking. Too busy soiling myself. Aye, but you got there in the end, didn't you? When the time came, you made the right decision. The men say little to me, but I hear talk of how you stood up to the Reavers at the last, of how you tried to give your life to save theirs. Be that as it may, no deed, however good, can atone for the crime of betraying your brethren. I know that, I do. That's why I'm going to hand myself over to the Yellow Jackets. I'll bring shame to the farm no more. You'll hear no arguments from me. Each man must sail according to his own moral compass. I just hope yours guides you back here someday. There will always be a place for you at Summerford Farms. And I'll always be in your debt, Stalwart. I owe you a debt too, Niledo. Not once have you let me down. Thank you for saving the men of my farm. If I could ask one more favor of you, it'd be this. Tell Baderon what's happened from start to finish. I'm certain he'd put in a good word for Severin if he knew the whole story. And he's one of the few people who I know who the Yellow Jackets will listen to. Well, I reckon I've asked all I can possibly ask of you. Safe travels, son. Oh, thank you, sir. And now, return! Oh, yes, you want so much attention. Oh, my goodness. Stop it. All right. To the Earth Castle we go. All right. Bloody elves. Life on the farm ain't quite how I pictured it. Ah, but you needn't worry yourself over young Severin. Yellow Jacket's hands As ends out, the punishment is a good mate of mine. Fast and nice. I reckon he'd be willing to compute the lad's sentence for hanging the key Allen. Kindly gent that he is. I'm only just sitting with you. I'll see you treated fair. Now, it sounds to me like you've done everything old Stairwern asked of you, and more, just to find me generous finder's fee in the process. Much obliged, lad. As for a reward, well, she's a lonely lady, this drowning wench of mine. How do you fancy keeping her company for a spell, with free room and board? Venture into trying business, after all. Them as don't rest their bones every now and again tend to end up with broken ones, and take it from me, fighting ain't nearly so much fun when you're nursing a shattered arm. Got that? Good. There'll always be a free bed for you, so make use of it. Inn rooms, now available, yay! Not that you'll have much time for lying around, with all the levies you'll be doing. Oh, didn't I mention? I'm putting your name down for levies. Or leaves. Our guild draws all manner of clients, offering all manner of odd jobs. Honestly, you'd be amazed how much folk will pay to avoid doing an honest day's labor. Just give to Mockery a shout whenever you feel like making a few extra gil. She'll always have some task or other for you to do. Oh, and that's all above board. In case you're wondering, we're careful to stay on the Admiral's right side here, unlike some pirates I can mention. I tell you, if it turns out that they had aught to do with them kidnappings, there'll be 7 hells to pay. Proper bleeding reckoning. Mayhap that's what Limstone needs, though. On rough seas, sometimes you have to rock the boat to right it. But we'll have time for such talk when you're well and rested. Till then, enjoy the wench's hospitality. Yay! Alright. So we've got some. So what we're gonna do next is we're gonna do our next class quest. Let's head to the Arcanist Guild. Well, first let's head to Hawker's Alley, because I believe we might be able to find what I need there. I don't believe I can... Well, actually, I don't believe I can die myself yet. So, off we go to the Arcanist Guild, now that I think on it. Alright, Thubergin. Let's see here, we got this. Alright, so it looks like we're going to be going for the gloves. Acting Guild Master wishes to assess the improvement of your Arcanima skills. Yes, Nilo, the time for your next lesson is upon us. You are keeping well, I trust, taking the occasional brisk walk. One cannot form sound thoughts if one fails to maintain a sound body. Now, assuming you have been following Kilia's instructions, you should be ready to face the more dangerous threats found in western Landosea. I speak of roselings and wild jackals, and yes, I would have you vanquish 3 of each. 'Tis the perfect sample size. The first acts as a preliminary test case, the second to test your hypothesis, and the third to perfect the tactics you've devised. Speaking of which, I trust your strategy will consist of more than simply flinging ruin over and over again. You are not the novice you once were, and your skills in the field ought to reflect that. If you find yourself wanting for other approaches, consider an assault with ruin in tandem with attacks from your carbuncle. When timed appropriately, you can deal a crippling blow to your opponent. Yeah. Alrighty, so where we need to go for this? Slay the Roselings. Alright, we gotta go to the docks. To the Fisherman's Guild we go. I believe where we need to go is, airport. Airport we go. This for repairs. Level 15. Long way around it is. Through the Zephyr Gate we go. Off we go. Alright. Fastest we can go. Whee. Alright. Alright, we go this way. Oh, wild jackals. You might want to help me out, Chestnut. Alright. That's done. Yay! Alright. And while we're here, we'll head to Swift Perch and attune ourselves there to the Aetherite there. Nothing but ruin for me! She cannot tell me what to do! There we go. Now before I head on back, we're gonna mosey on over to Swift Perch over here while we're here, since we're in the area. Talk to the Chocobo Keep. Alright. Then attune. There we go. Okay, yeah, I missed the, right. Off we go. Take me to Lips and Lobinsa, please. Dun 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 dun. Yep, on we go. Alright, here we are. One. Anyway, moving onward. Okay. Goodbye, Ethernet. Take me to the Arcanist Guild. Alright. Welcome back, Nileto. How did it feel to conquer those ferocious foes? Let us ride that wave of triumph onto an even more demanding and dangerous challenge. Your next training exercise will have you accompanying Forcia Kalia on one of her inspections. This experience will afford you the opportunity to witness firsthand the practical application of Arcanima. Pray do not tarry, Nileto. Oh, God. Clea awaits you on the floor below with further details. Whew. Alright, off we go. Oh, I could just do that. Okay. A timely appearance, as I expected. Shall I proceed directly to the job at hand? I have been tasked with examining the wares of a goblin peddler caravan run by the Boilstock family. Our agents suspect these beastmen merchants are dealing in forbidden goods. As such, I've calculated the announcing an inspection has a 60% chance of inviting physical violence. I've prepared a strategy to respond to this possible shift in hostilities. But there's an important precondition that you should be made aware of before we discuss the finer points of my plan. Though I'm considered gifted in the formation of tactics, I lack the reflexes and coordination necessary to employ many of those self-save strategies on the field of battle. Pray, keep this factor in mind and adjust your perceptions accordingly. Now, should the goblins offer battle, you are to execute combat pattern 1, 3, 4, 5, otherwise known as strategy focus fire. You and your combarkle will concentrate your attacks on a single foe, and one by one, the enemy will wither under the combined onslaught. Probability of victory, 95%. My God. Reports place the peddlers in the vicinity of the cookpot in Middle La Nosea. I will depart immediately to assess the situation. Seek me out once you arrive. My God, you make magic sound boring. Alright, where am I going? Middle Anosea. To the Zephyr Gate we go. Over the river and through the woods. I'm gonna go under a swim. This water comes up to my head. Alright, let's do this thing. I am Foreseer Calheim of Malvan's Gate. You want to cease all transactions and surrender your goods for inspection. Nasty, sneaky peekers. Gobby spit uplander nose eyes on stabby iron. A predictably aggressive response. Very well, Nilito. Remember what we discussed. Yeah. Yep. Oh boy. Go, Ruby! Ow. Let them sleep. Boom. Alright. Nicely done. Adaptation, improvisation. Might have been observing our beloved guildmaster himself in action. This was the perfect example of how the strategy for a given task should be tailored to the abilities of the assessor. In other words, before you begin formulating your tactics, it is necessary to fully understand your own strengths and weaknesses. On that note, there is another question I would ask you. When it comes to improving the probable success of a strategy, do you consider it more effective to concentrate on playing to your strengths, or showing up your weaknesses? Enhancing my strengths. Oh, again you respond as the Guildmaster once did. I must revise the probability of your potential to attain greatness to 97%. You are one to keep an eye on, that much is certain. But to return to the subject of battle plans, your calculations must include an accurate assessment of your available techniques and their relative effectiveness. This requires you to be critically aware of your own limits, the limits of your allies, and the characteristics of your enemies. I believe that covers everything for today. Please return to the guild and make your report to Mistress Thurbigin. Until next we meet. I shall abide here until the Yellow Jackets arrive to take the peddlers into custody. My strategies will keep me company. Alright. Off we go. Off we go. Alright. To the Arcanist Guild we go. Alright. Back we go. Right, for the field, Nunedo. Kilty contacted me with a summary of events. Seems you have retreated to a lecture of knowing thyself. That particular lesson is ordinarily taught only by intermediate practitioners. Without sufficient store of combat experience from which to draw, it is difficult to fully appreciate the profundity of such a seemingly simple truth. Nevertheless, I feel confident that you will soon be ready for a more ambitious assignment. Keep to your studies, and maintain the razor edge of your mind. One last thing. Considering the dedication you have shown towards your artisthood, I have decided to permit you leave to explore the teachings offered by other guilds. I would suggest, however, that you first master the science of Arcanima. The strategic training you receive here will serve you well, no matter the path you eventually choose to walk. Return to me when your reason tells you the time is right. Yay! Yay! Alright, update the gear, and we're off. Now, before we continue, I do have to go blow my nose and take care of a few things. I will be back in a minute. So we're gonna go to the 8th Rate Plaza, and we're gonna chill there for a second while I take care of a few things. Give it a minute. Come on. Alright. I'll be back in a minute. Chat amongst yourselves. I'm back. Alright, and I'm under disguise of all these asses. Okay. Alrighty. So now we head back upstairs. Oh, okay, so that's in the Admiral's quarters, okay. Forgot. I forgot. Take me to the Drowning Wench, please. Alright. And then we'll go on a quick leave. We'll for assigning guild leaves. It is offering you an introduction to the world of the quests. One of the most effusive in his praise of your accomplishments. Consider putting your abilities to use for the Adventurers Guild by undertaking a guild leave or two. Guild leaves are the means by which we document requests for assistance from the citizenry, prior to assigning them to adventurers possessed of the necessary skills. From battlecraft leaves, which requires the extermination of monsters, to tradecraft leaves, which ask for the creation of goods, tasks we term leaf quests are many and varied in their nature. Should your interest be piqued, I suggest you make your way to Swift Perch and speak with Swizskiff. He'll be happy to set your feet on the path to complete your first leaf quest. Alright, off to Swift Perch we go. Oh my. My pupper just wants all the attention. Stop it. Alright. Keep. Take me to Swift Perch, please. And thank you. Alright, here we are. There you are. Swigskiff. My name is Swigskiff, and I'm in charge of assigning local leaf quests here at Swift Perch. Mockery sent you my way, did she? Well, then let's get you started. Right after we see if you've got the brass to overcome the challenges you're likely to encounter around these parts. Take a look over the task outlined in this guild leave. You reckon you can handle it? Sure. Alright, so we gotta go... Okay, so we're basically just going outside out here. Okay. And... Okay, come on. Can I please? I'm right here. Oh. Okay. Gonna go the long way around, I guess. Well, first let's... get these sprites. Oh, wait, okay, so I'm good. Alright, so I've already gotten what I need here. Okay, I'm guessing there's one more lightning sprite up there. Yes. There we go. Initiate. And we'll do highest difficulty. Fuck yeah. Boom. Yep. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Had a little trouble. Here's your reward for your efforts. Yay, yay. We go clear to your Swift Perch. Alright. Ready to go join a guild hest? Which, like yourself, might want to look into guild hests. With Battle Warden Tiroro, and she'll give you the details. You wanna know what guild hests are we? What is a guild hest? It'd be a hest issued by the Adventurers Guild. XIV. To a certain task brought to your attention to the guild is a little too grand for a leaf, but not grand enough for the grand company involvement. They're deemed guild hests to yours truly. Yeah. Give me potions, please. Yay! Yay! And we got a merchant and melder. Let's see if we can repair our shit. We don't need to repair our shit. Cool. Let's hire a chocobo boarder. Back to Lips Elementa. Off we go. All right. And we're back. All right. Now we head back up the lift. Alright. Which has a suggestion to put you on the road towards new adventures. How do you fare, Nileto? Rested and waiting for it to expand your horizons? Well then, I have an idea of where you might be heading next. Have you heard of the Skylift out in Middle Odisea? If you've ever visited Wood Whisper Canyon, then you must have been up and down the thing at least once. It's that big bleeding scaffold attached to the descent. You've likely seen the lads and lasses out there using it to all cargo up the cliff face. Or labor that, and I hear they could use an enterprising soul to pick up the odd jobs that no other bugger has time to deal with. Track down the head of the operation, look by the name of Workworth, and he'll be sure to put you to work on a task or two. Off we go! Back the way we came! Okay. Alright. Take me to Swift Perch and we will be able to... Yeah, take me to Swift Perch. Okay, can you start? And dismount, and we will hoof it from here. Bedron sent you out here, did he? Then consider yourself welcome at the Skylift. Look at that bloody cliff, will ya? A blast of fiery hell from that huge dragon was all it took to split the ground in half. Cargo still needs to get through, though. So this mess of wood and pulleys was our solution to the problem. Well, one of them at least. If the gods were kind, and they ain't, I'd have about a dozen more workers to handle me growing list of headaches. Okay, looks like we're grabbing that next. Well, 14, hold on, well, let's see, 23, and 14, 37, which is still less than this, so yeah. Alright. Glad I am to see you again, lad. A wagon driver just returned in a great bloody hurry, screaming about some monstrosity that sprang out from a million corn seedling in his cargo. Seems a gutless bastard tossed it over the side before turning tail and running for his life. I need you to head down the road, recover that seedling, and deliver it to Lylf over at Swift Perch in western Landosea. Whatever he pays you for the cargo is yours to keep. After all, I don't really know what else is lurking inside that plant, and you deserve to be rewarded for your troubles. Oh, and you'll also find a nice right in Switchport, so the journey should be worth your while. Off we go! Sprint! Oh boy. Ah, shit. There we go. Alright, off we go. Alright. And we made it. Has Nemea herself forsaken this desolate land? Though I understand there were risks in gambling my entire fortune on a crop of billion corn, I at least expected the seedling to be delivered before disaster struck. Here you go. Is that really the acorn seedling? A joyous day, it may seem a paltry beginning, but the yield of this particular variety of crop plant is nothing short of astonishing. As you have undoubtedly noticed, with perch lacks a certain, shall we say, vital energy. Thus I mean to restore a modicum of hope to its residents by growing a veritable ocean of corn. You, sir, seem fit to burst with vim and vigor. Might I persuade you to abide a while to help nurture this ailing sediment? Sure. Okay. Alright, we're going for the bronze piece again. You there, adventurer. Cast your eyes towards the brewer's beacon. Does the light not seem uncommonly weak? It cannot possibly be bright enough to guide the ship sailing in the bay. I would march over to the lighthouse and investigate myself, but I am bound to remain at my post. I would consider it a favor if you would make a visit to the brewer's beacon and see if aught has befallen Kanswis, the lighthouse keeper. Moro, no. Stop it. Stop it. I've given you attention every time. My God. Pet. Okay. Stop it. Alrighty. We gotta go all the way over there. Whoop. Nope, leave me alone. You say Yellow Jacket sent you here? Me light's gone dim, has it? Well, of course it bloody has. The bomb that fuels me furnace is up and buggered off, you see. If I don't get that beacon fixed up soon, there'll be no trouble. There'll be trouble in the water. I know you're just the messenger, lad, but I can tell adventurer when I see one. I'm going to need you to chase down that bomb and bring back a claw what you ripped from its smoldering corpse. Take the zero-eyed brazier and set her down in the middle of the flock. Say, you're a nice Fargo, and a frisky bomb will soon be about. Watch you don't singe your eyebrows. Yeah. Alright. There we go. Hup. Fat dodo. Alright. Iron brazier. There we go. Lucid Dreaming, granted with swords own MP. Fantastic. There we go. All you need to take that. Yep. Here you go. You got that ashy bastard, did you? Once I put this little firecracker in the furnace, that should keep things running for a while. I had myself a bit of a look while you was gone, and Loon Lane and cursed me if the furnace weren't all bent and broken. So I wonder the bloody bomb was able to escape. I patched things up as best I could, but I ain't so smitty. You might want to have a chat with the Yellow Jacket Freddy or that Swift Birch and have him pass the word back to someone in Limsa. Alright. Messenger boy I am. Alright. There we go. Oops. There we go. Sprint. Off we go, as fast as my little legs can take me. Versus damage, is it? Very well, I should write up the relevant records, but these repairs must needs be effected without delay. Seems I have another favor to ask you, Adventure. Take us straight away to the Armorers Guild in Limsa Lominsa and explain the situation to Forge Master Ananza. Alright. Chocobo Keep. Take me to Limsa Lominsa, please, with all haste. There we go. Alright, good thing we unlocked the Aethernet. So let us get to the Aetherite here. Ah, okay, so we have to go to the Aft Castle. Alright. Alright. The furnace in the brewer's beacon needs repairs. Bragut's beard. I just sent someone out to take a visit not a week past. We had the bomb Catwinds had trapped in there was a touch too volatile. I'll have an artisan visit the lighthouse and pay special attention to reinforcing the casing on that furnace. Your work is done here, adventurer. May the navigator guide you on your journey. Okay. What day are you taking on some work for Naldic and Vermelis? We've a great hulking warship to build and could certainly use an extra hand for any number of tasks. For your first job, I need you to run this missive over to Atbim, the head shipwright at the Morbe dry docks. The base is here at the Armorers Guild, but natural construction takes place at the docks found south of Lower Lanosea. In the main offices of Naldic and Vermelis, the Morbe Docks is one of London's most important districts, as far as I'm concerned, but I'm sure you'll not regret attuning yourself to the area's Aetherite. You know confidence in your sense of direction, you'd be best served you making us into chocobo porters. First floor of the Mizma, yeah. Awesome. We're not going to take into any crafting stuff yet. There we go. Yes, take me to the dry docks, please. Bum 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 bum. All right. Am I attuned to this one? No, I am not. So we're gonna go ahead and really quickly sidetrack ourselves. Oh shit! Wrong way. On. Ah, there we go. Break my shins. There we go. Now let's go find at the brim. Okay. Ah, there you are. You have a visit from me from Forge Master Hananza. I assume it pertains to the pending arrival of the materials I ordered over a moon pass. Let's see it then. Blast and botheration. Another delay. I'm well aware of the shortage of skilled artisans, but this is insufferable. My apologies. The message does not deserve to bear the brunt of my frustration. Might I have your name? Niledo Wiwaledo. Niledo, is it? Well, Niledo, this proud maiden you see taking shape before you is the Victory, the first new vessel to grace the docks since the Calamity. We may have lost the bulk of our ships that fateful day, but starting with this beauty, we will restore the Maelstrom's fleet to its former glory. The Victory is more than a simple warship. It is the symbol of Limsa Laminsa's rebirth from the wreckage wrought by the coming of the 7th Umbral Era. Thus, we are striving to complete her construction as swiftly as possible, even going so far as to hire veteran shipwrights from outside the Thalassocracy. Yet, even with such unprecedented measures, there are never enough hands to handle the abundance of tasks. Should you choose to linger at the docks for a time, there is no end of odd jobs for a hard-working adventurer. Be you fair warned, there is no place here for layabouts and troublemakers. Will do. There we go. We're going to get an elegant bronze piece again. We're in the Seven Hills, is that man. Not once in 12 moons has he been late with a shipment. And now, not 2 whole turns of the sun without a single word. Shipwright of mine, a young man named Theorilsmid, had recently left Candlekeep Quay to retrieve several crates of supplies ordered from Lensa, but has yet to return. I have sent several missives to Haidbrona, but his replies are always the same. He does not recall ever seeing the right, nor the supplies he was scheduled to collect. That man knows something, and I severely doubt he is telling me the whole truth. As I cannot leave my post, I would ask you to travel to Candlekeep Quay instead, and inform Haidbrona that if he insists on playing these games, I will personally see that he is transferred to Turtleback Island, where he can rot alone in the middle of the sea for eternity. Off we go! Yeah, I got a bit of a sniffle getting a bit of a sniffle now that I'm looking at it. I had a bit of a sore throat today that I had to fight, and now it looks like I got the sniffles to combat. I'll be alright to finish my stream tonight, but I'm alright to stream, but I'm not gonna be like as creative with my voices, perhaps. Perhaps is a good word for it. And then this way. Or I guess I could have just gone up that way. I could have done that. What? Oh. Huh. That self-righteous dog, I would doubt that I've never told him anything less than the truth. Yes. He doubt, very much so. Turtleback Island? He can't do that. Can he? I swear on my poor Nana's grave, never get rest her soul. I know naught of this Furlsmid, nor his precious supplies. Hells, we here at the Quay have had enough trouble these past few suns. What with the sinking of that lamenting cargo ship off the Salt Strand. I haven't the time to take a proper piss, let alone make note of every scrag that wanders in off the grip. Oh, bro, okay. Now, the way I see it, if you have time to be standing here questioning my character, then you most certainly have the time to get that arse of yours down to the Salt Strand and help us search for survivors of the wreck. Who knows, you may just run across this Furlsmid everyone seems so eager to find. Here's to hoping the navigator hasn't found him first. Hope. Sprint. Oh, missed it. You. I've been looking for you. I'm Furlsmid. You say the foreman's wondering about on me whereabouts. Thought it might be, but you must know I cannot show me face at the dry docks until I have righted the terrible wrong I caused. 2 nights past, I made the trip from the dry docks to Candlekeep Quay. Just as the foreman asked, the seas were right rough, and the captain of the cargo ship was wary of bringing her too close to the cliffs. So I paid a few coins to a fisher to take me out to meet her. By the time we was halfway twixt the shore and ship, so it wasn't too high on 10 malms, and wasn't long before the waves had hold of us. Try as we might to steady the boat, Teacher's grip was too tight, and he was flung headlong into the lamented galley. When I awoke, both ships were gone, and the cargo I was to collect lay strewn across the strand. I had made every effort to salvage it, but the sands are crawling with kikrin. And I ain't no wonder with a sword. So now you see why it is I cannot return to the dry docks. I'll take care of it. There we go. There we go. Now for the rigging. Alright. There we go. We'll need every bit of XP that we can. Oh, for... There we go. And boom. That night, I was tossed into the sea like some doll of rags. It weren't long before came the world faded to black. Yeah. The missing parts. I don't know how I can repay you. I'll deliver the supplies right away, but first I must stop by the quay so that I might pay my respects to the widow of the brave fisher who gave his life for a handful of coin. Could you tell Ashburn that I'll be back in the dry docks by daybreak? Many thanks, adventurer. I will not forget this kindness. Off we go! Nope. There we go. Alright, and... I am relieved to hear that both Fearless Mid and the supplies are unharmed. Though it was foolish of him to believe that I would blame him for that which was obviously out of his hands. See, there was no storm that day, and the seas were adjacent to the dry docks were as calm as a storming child. This leads me to believe that the trouble with the ships encountered off Candlekeep Quay was of a less natural sort, the sort which the Sahagin has been known to conjure. Perfect. Niledo, while I originally had doubts of your motives, you have repeatedly proven yourself an asset to Naldinig and Melis. I still do not like you, but that's why I do not trust you. What have I done to get you to not like me? What the hell? Seriously! Gimthoda, rich head of the watch here at the Dry Docks, believes that pirates may be plotting an attack on a victory, and she requires assistance investigating a group of unsavory individuals making camp nearby. I will have recommended you for the task. Despite all the settlements endured before, during, and following the calamity, the fact that there are still those who would turn their backs on the city-state so that they might line their pockets with a few handfuls of coin. Just the thought of it sickens me. Alright. Seriously, what have I done to get you to hate me? What the fuck? Ah, yes, I had a feeling you would be the one at Brimwood said. Since you first arrived at the Dry Docks, I have had my men watch you. Oh, there's no need to get angry. I make it a point to keep an eye on all those new to the area. It is simply protocol. And you'll be fine. You'll be pleased to know nothing incriminating was found. You appear to be a model citizen. Seriously, what the fuck did I do? That and the foreman seems to think somewhat highly of you, which I must admit is quite shocking. The man doesn't even trust his own mother. Well then, I assume Aunt Brim informed you of what your task would entail. The pirates we believe are conspiring to raid the Dry Docks were last seen making camp near an ancient stone called the Mark of the Spinner. I would have you approach the men, posing as a lost adventurer, and see if you cannot somehow learn of their intentions. Nang Ho, stationed at the rear gates, can provide you with the exact location of the camp. Little ha, knew it. No more sardines for Kanang Ho. Tonight I shall dine on the finest salmon in the peninsula. Why, well, I had a little wager going with some of the other guards on whom Atbird would recommend for the next job. My money was on you. The job, yes, of course. At least somebody believes in me. God damn it! If you follow the road past the gates to the southeast, you will eventually come to a barren cave with a single large stone. Basically, here's where they are. Okay. Let's roll. I'm giving you to the count of 9 to step back on that path and carry your adventurers back to whatever rock it is you crawled out from under. You see, he's eyes up to be ears with your type. Roaming the ills like they was yours to roam. It's getting to be without a man can they enjoy a mug of rum without Some shite breath outlander running up and asking which is the way to the local leaf meet. 7 hours if I know. I'm a bloody pirate, goddammit. Seriously, what have I done? Dolls balls. Once we have me boy back, I'm putting this godforsaken pistol of an island so far behind me, ain't no one will remember I was ever here. Come on, Scrags. We knives to sharpen. So they were here for nothing. You sent me out here for no reason. So trespassers are indeed pirates, and they are indeed planning something. What does this talk of me of getting me boy back? Could it be that their target never was the victory? Something is not right, and I won't sit by idly waiting for those pirates to make their first move. I shall order increased patrols immediately. Thank you again for your help. It appears we were wise but are trusting you. Yes, you were! All right, let's take a quick pause here. Perfect. Alright. Let's see here. Standing number 2. Nope. Perfect. Okay. There we go. And then plate design. I like this. No title yet. There we go. Alright. Victory in peril. Captain of the Watchful Bay, with your aid in dealing with potential intruders. I'm concerned. It appears that the pirates I had you investigate are on the move. They creep ever closer to dry docks, so I must assume they mean to target the Victory herself. That ship is the symbol of everything Limsa strives to become, and I will not allow these base scoundrels to lay a single finger upon her hull. We must apprehend them before they put their plans into motion, and you, Niledo, are just the man to do it. Okay. Reports of suspicious activity in the area. Try to begin your efforts by listening to one of their accounts firsthand. In the front gate, or Kanangho in the rear. Alright. Speak with one of the guards. We'll speak with Kanangho, just because she's near. Glad to have another hand aboard to help shore up security. The gods know our reports would sit on Thoda's desk, gathering dust if it weren't for the assistance of those such as yourself. Speaking of reports, though, I saw one of those mangy pirates lurking around the cliff near Empty Heart. I'm going to take a closer look before he has a chance to cover his tracks. Alright, up we go. Around. There we go. There we go. Okay, what does this serve? What purpose does this serve? Bah, you spotted me, did you? Well, you're too late. What's to happen is already happening. What? Oh no! There's only one way I can get there fast enough. Come on, you. No, I want to jump off the edge. Shit. Alright. Gotta walk all the way around. Ah. Hiya! Ow. You will not stop me from chucking myself off the nearest cliff. Alright, let's give myself a heal up. Alright. So, you found me one of the pirates, did you? I knew you were the right adventure to ask for aid. What could these knaves be planning? This happen is already happening. Captain, trouble at the shipyard. Easy now, soldier. Who did this to you? Pirates, out of nowhere. Stuck me good. Gods below, we were not prepared for this. The pirate soldier, how many do they number? Not sure. Many, more than I could quickly count, seem to be carrying explosives. Explosives? Then there's no time to lose. Make way to the ship to engage the intruders. Make haste. Yes. I will go protect the ship. Where am I going? Go! Yeah, never again to be this easy. Don't trust those slimy bastards, but the floor plan worked like a charm. What are you doing, you great bloody fool? Shut your trap, boy. This will all be over soon. All that's left now is to blow this ugly pile of driftwood into splinters. Why would you do such a thing? Have you any idea how important this ship is? What it represents? Aye, and that's what makes it all the bloody sweeter. Whatever it takes to knock some sense into your treacherous, backstabbing son. Imagine a boy of mine giving up the pirate life to become a shipwright, and building a bleeding maelstrom vessel at that. What under Lame Lane's eye, wide great ocean, made you take up these self-righteous shites? You're the one with no bloody sense. Don't you see? The pirates had their glory days, but that era is over. I wondered why Aunt Grim never spoke of his father. I never would have thought. This ship's a symbol, all right, of everything what went wrong with the world, and I mean to shatter it into 100,000 pieces. Gimdota, Leto, pray beat the tar out of this bloated sea slug and make sure no harm comes to the victory. Let's do this shit. The mercenaries. Boom. We win. I must be getting old. Little green venture get the best of me. Ah. Mortal hush. That's one bloody big ship. Big and nasty looking. You made that, did you? Okay, Mortal. Shh. Alright. My thanks. I sure think one may have become a victory without your intervention. The pirates have made a right mess of things. Let's get to sorting out the dry docks. Out the docks. Lux could use some sorting out as well. Ever did my father have a way of turning my life upside down? Convey my thanks and apologies to Grimthorna. How fair you, Nileto. I cannot begin to thank you for the role you played in preventing this madness. You defended more than a simple ship. You saved the budding hope of Limsa and Laminsa from a violent demise. The day was yours. It seems our security regimen will require much in the way of improvement if you are to truly keep the dry docks safe. Admiral apologizes? Well, I suppose I can understand why he would feel responsible for his father's actions. Of all those involved, this incident was hardest on him. But in time, I believe he will come to a single conclusion. The most fitting way to move moving past this anguish is to see the victory completed and in the water. Ah, by the by, the pirates we defeated have been handed over to the Yellow Jackets. Rainer's men will be taking over the investigation. Before the Yellow Jackets moved in, we recovered a most unusual object, should you have time to spare. I would ask you another favor. In light of your role in recent events, there are a few others to whom I would entrust this task. Since we last spoke, a curious missive has been discovered amongst the personal effects of XIV, the pirate behind the plot to sabotage the victory. This missive was penned in a most unusual script, a script we believe to be some manner of code. Needless to say, anything which a proven enemy of Limsa Laminsa deems worthy of deciphering is likely to be of great interest in a maelstrom. Unfortunately, none of us can make any sense of the message. In cases such as this, I'm told the Yellow Jackets want to turn to Batteron and his convenient connections. Thus I would have you deliver this missive to the proprietor of the Drowning Wench, into his hand and no other. Do you understand? Yes, ma'am. Let's roll. Then we will sort again. I might have to cut our stream short because I'm starting to get some more congestion and a bit more my sore throat's starting to come back. But we'll finish this up first. Wombat Traveler, yes, please take me home. Alright. Alright. So yeah, after this, I'm probably gonna go make myself some soup. Try and recover my voice for tomorrow. Because I still gotta work. Ahoy there! I'm an errand of your deeds at the dry docks. And Brim laid out the entire tale for me. Poor Sod was still reeling at his old man's part in the business, but at least he kept the victory from being sunk before she sailed. And for that, I owe you my thanks. You really made a name for yourself in Winston, eh? Folk know when they need something doing. You need something doing? And what might that be? I need you to translate this, please. You want someone to read a message written funny letters for you? And Grim thought I might know a man who could. Well, let's see then. I reckon I might know a candy bugger who can read stuff like this. Augustad by the name of Batteron. You know, you're like one of me regulars now, Niledo. You've never let me down, and never gonna help me. I reckon I can trust you. Kim Thotto was right to want this message deciphered. We've got us some trouble brewing, and make no mistake. Hey, get ready for action, and I'll explain. Alright. So like I said, this is probably going to be where we're stopping for tonight. A little early, I know. But like I said, my sore throat's starting to come back, and I'm starting to get a little sniffly. But I will be back on Friday, where we'll have some more fun grinding out in Borderlands. But until then, I hope you all have a wonderful day, wonderful night, and you all stay safe out there, okay?